Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Brooke Logan will face a Hope Logan curveball while Liam Spencer makes a painful choice. At Brooke's place, Liam's been hearing Steffy Forrester's words rattling around in his head. Now that Liam's standing in front of Hope, he's thinking reverse to Steffy's advice about it being time to tell Hope the verity. Still, that doesn't mean Liam will actually go through with it. Liam may try to find some way to come clean about his brain excrescence and eventually funk out in the end. Maybe Liam will find the idea of telling Hope that he's dying too daunting and ultimately leave without making a real concession. Steffy will break the news about Liam's condition rather. Hope and Steffy will soon find some common ground when it comes to Liam, which is exactly the phenomenon he's hoping for before he fades down. Over with Brooke, she'll get some surprising updates from Deacon Sharp, who'll tell her about his recent visit to her place. Cleric was furious when he set up Hope with Carter Walton, so he may fill Brooke in on Carter's rearmost attempt to reunite with their son. Of course, Cleric might mention Liam's visit to Hope as well, and express his desire to see the Brace reunite. Brooke will be taken suddenly over Hope's love life developments, especially when she hears Deacon's suggestion about Hope belonging with Liam. Will Deacon move Brooke that he's got the right idea? Will Brooke push Cleric to let Hope make her own romantic opinions rather? Whatever the case, Cleric will remain convinced that Hope and Liam could have a bright future together, if they just give their relationship another chance. Sorely, Liam doesn't have important of a future left presently, so the stylish he can do right now is make prognostications about Hope and Steffy's armistice. Deacon Sharp to suggest a wild idea to Brooke Logan. Meanwhile, Hope Logan and Steffy Forrester Finnegan unite in light of Liam Spencer's brain excrescence. Liam try to lay the root with Hope. Liam is supposed to be getting Hope prepared for the news that he's dying. He has formerly raised dubitation by talking about remission and peace. When Hope brought up Beth Spencer's mileposts, that made Liam really emotional. Steffy arrives to tell Hope that Liam's dying. From that clip, Liam isn't seen. So, it's not clear if Liam leaves while Steffy tells Hope the verity, or if that's an entirely different scene. In any case, Hope will find out that Liam has an inoperable brain excrescence and is dying. Of course, Hope and Steffy form an alliance to support Liam. While Liam is hoping that the two women find peace before he dies, neither of them are so sure that's possible. Cleric stopped by Brooke's house. When Deacon arrived, he ran into Carter Walton soliciting Hope for another chance. Once Carter left, Deacon vented to his son and encouraged her to consider giving Liam another chance. At some point, Cleric and Brooke eventually connect. That's when Deacon suggests an idea that leaves Brooke fully thrown. Does this have to do with making sure Liam and Hope get back together? Cleric seems enough pertinacious that Carter is the wrong Joe for Hope. Of course, Deacon has no idea that Liam is dying. Cleric wanted to check in about Brooke's own love life. Rich Forrester rejected Brooke formally again. Brooke seems wedged on getting Rich back and can't move forward from him. Rich has formerly told Brooke multiple times that he's married to Taylor Hayes, so when Brooke tells Deacon what happened, he could have an idea of how to get Rich out of her system. Hope Logan might be gearing up for a final marriage to Liam Spencer. Will Hope want to marry after Liam's brain excrescence changes everything? Steffy Forrester has been taking a perambulation down memory lane now that she knows what Liam is facing. If Steffy weren't married to John Finnegan, she'd presumably be getting back together with Liam right now. Since a Liam reunion isn't really an option for Steffy, could it be an option for Hope? It might be significant that Hope is dragging her bases on reconnecting with Carter Walton. Maybe that's because Hope's passions for Liam are going to come rushing back. Formerly, she knows he's on the verge of a grim fate. Deacon Sharp has been lodging for a Hope and Liam reunion, so that may be an indication about what's ahead too. Still, also the show will want to pull out all the stops and haul at observers' heartstrings, if Liam is really going to face his demise. What better way to do that than with one last Hopgash marriage for Hope and Liam? Hope will find out about Liam's inoperable mass latterly, so that's going to leave her shaken. It should come delicate for Hope to concentrate on moving forward with Carter when Liam's fading down. As Hope thinks back on her regrets, she might decide she wants to fix her family with Liam. Perhaps Hope will push for a remarriage form and contend she wants to be Liam's woman. For still long he has left. It might take some persuading to get Liam on board, but he might ultimately accept that he wants the same thing. Hope and Liam could come together for some emotional scenes as they make one final commitment to each other. Indeed, if their coming chapter won't last long. A twist if Liam miraculously survives ever. That could complicate effects if Hope only re-enters marriage with Liam, allowing that time is running out. Whatever the case, Hope isn't certain about reuniting with Carter at this point, so the door's still open for her to reunite with Liam rather. Hope will make some updates to her perspective along with some fresh prognostications about her future, so stay tuned for any marriage news that might be brewing. Liam Spencer snapped at Steffy Forrester as his symptoms got worse. Hope Logan also couldn't recommit to Carter Walton just yet. At the Precipice House, Liam explained to Steffy that Hope's light had been dimmed since she'd been broken up with Carter, so he hoped to fix that. Steffy had dubities about Carter and Hope being a good match, but Liam wanted Hope to be happy and refocused out that Steffy had overcome her own challenges with John Finnegan. Talk ultimately turned to Hope being out of the circle on Liam's medical condition. Steffy argued that Hope demanded to know Liam was dying, but he suggested that could lead to Beth Spencer chancing out. And he surely didn't want that. Steffy refocused out that they'd managed to keep Kelly Spencer in the dark and formally again pushed Liam to give Hope updates on his grim news. Liam lost his temper a bit as he claimed on doing effects on his terms, but also he felt roughly unforeseen pain and gripped his head. This pain happened a couple of times during their discussion, so it was egregious that Liam was getting worse. Once Liam settled down, he took responsibility for remonstrating off the feud between Hope and Steffy. Liam wanted to undo the damage and make sure the maters of his daughters could support each other when he was gone. Steffy ultimately disregarded about her relationship with Liam over the time, so she mentioned when he faded and she lost him. That led to Steffy's flashback of her memorable reunion on the sand with Liam. Steffy ultimately broke down blubbing over Liam being taken down from her on with Hope, Beth and Kelly. As Steffy claimed they couldn't lose Liam, she participated in emotional grasp with him. At Brooke Logan's house, Carter prayed Hope to come back to him, and felt they could return to how their particular relationship was before business rated it. Although Hope missed Carter and how his love made her feel, she couldn't just go running back into his arms. Carter argued that Hope indeed could, but she still had trust issues, especially after what happened with her fashion line. Since Hope wasn't certain enough to give Carter another chance yet, he prompted her to take her time and pledged to prove himself. At Forrester Creations, Rich Forrester tried to shut Brooke down when she formally again brought up their future, and pushed him to reunite. Although Brooke believed Ridge's heart belonged with her, Ridge reminded her of his commitment to Taylor Hayes and wanted to be a man of his word. Brooke allowed. Ridge acted too hastily in running back to Taylor and principally wondered if he'd really let that lock him in for life. Brooke will give up on her prognostications for a future with Ridge in the coming weeks.